Hey guys, Mediocre Musician here with another review, and today we're going to be looking at this. This is a Mitchell MU-70 concert size ukulele. Okay, so a quick overview. Once again, this is a 12 fret concert size ukulele. It features a laminated spruce top and laminated rosewood back and sides. The fingerboard is also rosewood, and it features these open back tuners, which is not bad, but I'll talk a little bit more about them later on. Overall, it's not a bad little uke, but there are definitely some pros and cons to this instrument. Let's start with the pros first. So first of all, it's good looking. It's a nice looking uke from top to bottom. I like the glossy natural wood colors, the abalone and mother of pearl inlays are really nice. I really like the fact that they took the care to make a unique looking head, a head with some shape and some character to it. More importantly than the looks, this ukulele also feels very well built. It feels very solid and robust. Maybe part of it's due to the thick laminated coating, but it feels solid. There's no creaks. There's nothing that's loose and nothing that feels brittle. It feels very solid. It feels like something that could be banged around by little kids and still hold up well. There's also something very inviting about this uke. If you have it out, it says pick me up and play me, which is great. It's very easy to play. It's very comfortable to play up and down the fretboard. It gets a little tricky up near the top, but such is the case with all smaller size ukuleles. And so overall, it just has a really good feel. Now let's move on to the cons. While it does look good and glossy, all of that heavy lamination and that heavy gloss to it does give it kind of a plasticky feel. Sound-wise, it's okay. It's not mind-blowing, it's not terrible, but it's right in the middle there. On this ukulele, I have had issues with buzzing, which was kind of a bummer. I found a lot of the issues had to do with the keys. Some of them I was able to fix by tightening up the screws on the back here. But my biggest issue with this ukulele is that the heads of the keys themselves can get loose. And there's no screw. I haven't found an obvious way to tighten these keys up. So they're loose and they jiggle and they create a lot of buzzing when playing. So every now and then hitting the wrong frequency will cause these to buzz, and I have to counteract it by holding the uke a different way or trying to grab the key head with my finger. Lastly, the biggest con is probably price. This ukulele retails for about $100. Now, I know in the instrument world, in the ukulele world, $100 really isn't that much money, and so it seems pretty cheap. But there are so many manufacturers now making great instruments in that price range or even less. Personally, I prefer tenor ukuleles. I just think they're more comfortable, I think they have a bigger sound, and I think they're easier to play. So when you have tenor ukuleles like the Kala Makala MKT that are decently made but selling for $70, it becomes very hard to recommend this concert size ukulele over the cheaper tenor. Better still, being that the Makai MT-70 tenor ukulele, probably my favorite bang for the buck ukulele that I've played, sells for $135, it would be very tough for me not to say spend 35 more bucks and get yourself a bigger, much better instrument than this. That being said, if you were to get this for a great deal or maybe one as a gift, it's an awesome instrument. It's not to take away from what this is. So without further ado, here's how it sounds. it's not a bad little ukulele. It would make a good first uke. Who would I recommend it for? I would probably recommend it for maybe smaller learners, especially for maybe little kids who are learning to play with smaller fingers and who might be a little more rough with the instrument than they should be. This ukulele feels very robust and should be able to hold up to the abuse better than the Kala Makala as an example. Again, if you can find one for a really good price, I'd recommend it. But at full price, it's very tough for me to recommend it over some of the other options out there. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you found this review useful. If you have one of these Mitchells, post in the comments and let me know what you think of yours. If you'd like to see the full review of this Mitchell featuring photos and more, check out mediocremusician.com. The link right over here goes straight to the full article. Every time I get a new subscriber, it makes me feel so good that I'm doing this. So please subscribe if you haven't already. And maybe check out one of my other reviews or one of my other videos below. Thanks again and see you next time.